Alright, so here we go. Another full self-driving beta test. I still don't have the update. Still waiting on that. Alright. So I'm going to drive, wait for it to start picking up the other vehicles and stuff. As you can see, when you first start the car, it doesn't actually see the vehicles in order to allow it to enable the full self-drive. Okay, so the system, I guess, takes a while to initialize. I don't know if you sit in your driveway and drive, if it'll eventually like just start up, or if it takes a little bit of moving for it to do that. I think if you sit in the driveway, it will eventually just start up, because it takes a little bit of going before it will actually see it. So, or I think you just have to put the car in drive. See, it's still not seeing anything. Huh, why is it taking so long to see? There you go. Okay, now you can see it. It sees all the vehicles and everything, so I can put it into full self-drive mode, and we'll just let it go. Okay, and I actually don't want to take this route. I'm going to take all the local routes again, because I don't want it to just use the freeway self-driving mode, because for that, it doesn't really have as many issues since it's mostly just driving straight. So I'm going to stop it, and I'm going to make a right turn here. So let's go. Alright. Okay, and we'll let it go again. Let's see what happens. Okay, and I think it's taking the right route this time. Okay, so I'm going to actually move it over to the left lane. So you can do that just by pushing the little signal stalk here, and you can see it checks there's no cars there, and it goes. Alright. And it usually helps to keep your hand on the wheel so that there's like constant pressure. It feels your hand is kind of holding onto it. Otherwise, every so often it will tell you like to grab the wheel, which I guess depends what you want to do, if you want to leave your hand there or if you want to just pull on it every so often. Oh, you can see it did a top down. It does a top down view at the intersection. Interesting. I don't think I noticed that before. It probably always does that, but I just noticed that now. And I think that's so it can show you that it sees the cars on all sides. Let's see if it does that every time. Is it going to do it at this intersection too? I guess as long as you can kind of see all of it. Yeah, it's not doing as much of a top-down view this time. It's just kind of remaining the same. Okay, so it's doing pretty well. Driving very nice and smooth. Oh, I should reset these guys and put them back in the middle so that you can tell if they start sliding around, that means that the car is turning too hard. Okay, so we'll just make that stick up. I think you can see it. So if that starts sliding around, you'll know the car's moving, turning too hard. Maybe I should put something just dangling from the mirror, and then you can see like whichever way it's swinging. That's how you know where the car's turning, but there's not really much. It's harder to tell if it's swinging far enough that it's like swinging too hard. So I feel like these are better indicators. Like if they start sliding off the dash, then you know that it's turning too hard. Okay, it's telling me to apply pressure again. I'm gonna actually speed it up because the cars behind me want to actually go faster. So we'll make it 45 max. And if you spin this wheel up fast, assuming you didn't see my other videos, it raises it by to increments of 5. And that doesn't mean it just raises by 5. It raises to an increment of 5. So if it's at 43 and you roll it up really fast, it'll go to 45 first. Okay, so let me show you how that works. So right now it's 43, and I do it fast, it goes to 45. Okay, so it'll go to the next like 5 or 10. So if it's at 22 and you roll it up fast, it'll go to 25. Okay, if it's at 21, it'll go to 25. If it's at 26 and you roll it up fast, it'll go to 30. Okay, so it'll go to the next round 5 number, or 5 or 10. Okay. So that's how the scroll wheel works. And if you scroll it slowly, obviously it does 1 mile per hour at a time change. Okay. Scrolling on its own. You can see it's going to do this whole route going basically straight, but it'll do all the stop and goes and everything. Right, it wants me to pull on it a little bit. I wasn't resting my hand, I was just lightly holding it. So it wants you to kind of be resting the weight of your hand on it. I'm excited for the new update. I saw like it lets you move the camera thing around. That was one of the things I really didn't like when the little left and right turn camera thing is down here, because when I hold my hand here, like my hand is blocking the view of that, like a quarter of it or more. So yeah, that's not a good placement for that camera. So I saw another video someone made, they let you move it up here or over to here, and when you move it up here, the speed and stuff I think stays on top. So that's nice. I have a feeling the reason they did that was because they felt like being able to see this is more important, because then you can see what the car sees, not like just visually seeing what you see. So, okay. But while the car's driving, I'd rather see, or while I'm driving, I'd rather see what I'm like what's actually next to me, not what the car sees, because you never know, sometimes the car might not detect something properly. So yeah. Oh, I'm so tired. It's gonna want to move to the right lane. I don't know why. I guess it's trying to move out of the faster lane. I would just stay in this lane, especially since the left turn's coming up. I don't know why it's slowing down here. Maybe it sees the intersection and for some reason it thought it's supposed to slow down. Stop it. No, don't do that. Oh, maybe this car's too slow for it. Should I just let it go? Yeah, maybe it saw that car's too slow. I don't know. So that's one thing that the new update added, is it tells you more like reasons for why it's doing what it's doing, which is nice, because I like to know why the car's randomly, like why is it randomly deciding to do a right, like why. I would like to know like why it's thinking it wants to do why it should do a lane change. Things like that. So I don't know if it will show that in the update, but I've seen ones where it's slowing down, or where it's creeping forward to make a right turn, and it's basically trying to get more visibility to see to the side. That car's license plate says milk tea. See, why? Like, there's no point to switch lanes here. I don't know. I feel like they should put a thing here to say, like, changing lanes to let faster traffic over, or changing lanes because slower traffic, or, like, the car in front, maybe it detects in the right lanes going faster. But I like to stay on the inside of the curve, so I would wait. And then here I would do the right turn, and then be on the inside of the other curve. So that's how I drive. I don't know what the car is like reasoning for switching lanes, because I didn't really see a reason for it to be switching lanes there. So I would like to know more, like why it's doing that, what it's thinking, So that way you can kind of know, okay, yeah, that's fine, go ahead. Or, no, that doesn't look right. Or, yeah. That car left a huge space in front of them. Jeez. They left like enough room for 3 cars. The car to my left, if you're wondering. Somebody else's license plate in a Corvette behind me says Forever SF. And you see the milk tea license plate right in front of me. Okay, I would go to the left lane now because there's no cars. I don't want to wait behind 3 cars. So I'm doing a lot of the signals to have it drive the way I kind of would drive. Of course, the car can just drive its own way. You can just relax and let it do its thing. Other than like holding the wheel to make sure that it doesn't do anything stupid. But yeah, like you can just let the car drive on its own. It'll be fine. So it just depends on your preference. So I'm gonna up the speed again. I'm gonna be doing a left turn soon. Okay, turn lane's done. There we go. And it accelerates like gradually, so that's nice. It doesn't like just floor it. Sometimes it's fun when you do it yourself. It's not as fun when it just randomly decides to do it out of nowhere and you don't know. Then it becomes a little bit scary. But yeah. Whoa, there's a giant thing in the road over there. I'm curious if the car will. Well, actually, I'm not going that way, so sadly, I'm not gonna get to try it. Look, these cars like to go so fast. I guess speed limit's 45 now, so they're going in the like 60s. See, I set it to 55 and they're going faster than me. Jeez. Okay, that car's slow, so I would actually move over to the right here. And I would punch it through. So I'm actually pushing the pedal because I wasn't sure if it would slow down there and I didn't want it to hesitate. So I just pushed it to go through that yellow because I know that yellow usually will stay yellow for a while. Okay, back over to the left. So I signaled to the left, let it drive itself over there. Okay, now it turned yellow, so it's slowing down way in advance. Nice, very nice. It's slowing down the amount it needs. Oh, it didn't need to hit the brakes there. I don't know why it did that. So it did a slightly harder brake there. And then it rolled. Okay, it's green. And it's already red up there, so I wouldn't accelerate all the way to the set speed that I put. It went up to 50, not the 55. But I wouldn't have sped up that much knowing that this red light is gonna be red for a long time. Okay, let's actually go. So I did that, and you saw the little thingy fell off. Oh, this person's just cutting across. I want to see what happens. And it hit the brake, but it hit it after the car was already out of the way. So that's kind of weird. And this time I'll actually wait and take the left here. Okay, so you can see how it reacts if I put too much speed into it, and then it sees a car coming in front. It slowed down. I didn't push the brakes. It did all the braking on its own. I just pushed it a little to make it go faster at the start. Okay, but you saw the speed. So if I go a little bit too fast acceleration, this thing flies off. So you can see. And so far, I don't think I've had the car ever accelerate so hard that this thing flew towards me, but it has taken turns hard enough for this to slide off the dash. Or, well, not really the dash, whatever's behind the screen. Okay, and actually right now it would be good to make a left here, so I'm gonna make a left and just go. Okay, because then otherwise I would have to wait for that other light. So I did that. Yeah, I didn't let the full self-driving do that. Or I didn't make the full self-driving do that. So yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for now. I am going to go to Costco after this, so I will start the recording up again once I start going towards Costco, and I'll see you guys then. Alright, time to continue the trip. Going to Costco. We're going to be backing up first. Also, an interesting thing, if you didn't know already, you can see the backup camera can actually see the edge of the car a little bit. It can see the license plate and the edge. Okay. And the light there is green. So, since that van is waiting there and turning left, I don't know if you saw it, but I'm going to keep going straight and exit the other way. Actually, it might have been okay to stay over there. Well, too late now. Okay, let's go over here. There's no cars parked here, so we're going to go around the speed bump.
In 500 feet, turn right onto Murphy Avenue.
Okay. Can't go around this one. Alright, anyways, I don't like letting the car drive in the parking lots because, if I let it go, let me show you. Okay, right now it's going 14, 15. Is it going to slow down? Nope. See? I don't trust it. It didn't slow down for that speed bump. It hit it at 15 miles an hour. And then there was a dip right after, so luckily I hit the brakes. Hopefully it won't count that against my safety score as a hard brake. I forgot how many seconds after disengaging full self-driving does it count. Does it wait to start counting your score again? But yeah. Okay. So I don't trust it at doing this kind of stuff. Oh man, cars are driving too fast here. Okay, that car let me go. Alright, and let's let it go again. Motorcyclist is coming. Come on, wake up. There we go. Okay, so I'm letting it drive itself now. Okay, I'm not sure where it's going to want to turn into the Costco, but we'll find out. Someone in front wrapped their car like a gray. There's a motorcyclist next to me that's never mind, you can't see. They left. They turned somewhere else. Technically, we need to move to the left lanes real soon. I don't know why it's not doing it. It doesn't think it needs to, I guess. Okay, it told me to apply some pressure, so I did. I'm going to signal to go to the left, and hopefully it can go okay.
In 500 feet, go right onto Hostetter Road.
I don't know why it's saying bear right. We have to keep going straight. I'm going to go left again. And it did it on its own. Nice. Motorcycle's coming up behind me. Okay, keep going straight. Don't follow them. Good.
Now bear right onto
Nice.
Hostetter Road.
I don't know what this bear right thing is. It's just keep going straight. So there's a motorcycle behind me. I don't know if you can hear that. But yeah, there's a motorcycle right behind me. As you can see, it doesn't see the motorcyclist there. See? So you want to be careful. It doesn't see that there's a motorcyclist right behind me. So I have to make sure it doesn't do anything stupid to stop and get that motorcyclist to crash into me or something. zone. I was about to press it because it was taking a little while, but it looks like it's doing okay.
In 500 feet,
Doing well.
left onto
Gonna have to
Foss
turn left
Drive,
soon.
Automation Parkway.
Yes, I don't know why I was waiting so long to move to the left lanes. But yeah, I'm gonna stay in this one actually. Okay, I was worried that motorcyclist was gonna like come in this lane. So I want to stay in this one. That's not really the full self-driving's fault. It wants to go on the left lane because it wants to turn left right after. But yeah, I would usually go to the last couple entrances, not this one. There's like 3 of them here. They don't actually have a oh yeah, they do. So usually I go to this one. So can I add this in here? Let's add this in here. Okay, so we'll add that. What is this? What? Okay, I don't know why it's still gonna go that way, I guess. Edit trip. Let's remove this. Wait, no, that's not what I want. Let's go up here. Add. Remove the original one. It still just wants to go there. So I guess it just sees this as Costco and it just goes there. So it doesn't see it as a new path. So I'm just gonna drive myself because it doesn't seem to want to go all the way to that spot that I'm telling it to. So yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much it for this full self-driving thing. I guess on the way home I'll do it again. But yeah, and this time I'll actually let it go to the freeway. On the freeway. And we'll see. But yeah, I go over to the last exit over here, or entrance. Okay. And oh, there's actually a lot of cars here today. Is it because Saturday? Okay. Then we go in here. I don't know why they're flashing their emergency hazards. But anyways, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and see you all when I guess head home. Bye. Alright, let's continue the trip. Sorry, the AC is on and it's going full blast right now, but hopefully it should be okay. Let's go ahead and start this up again. Let me actually take the Bluetooth out of my ear. Bought a lot of stuff at Costco, so a lot more videos are coming. Go cars, go, Okay, well. Got a long line to wait behind. Oh. Okay.
Now turn right onto Automation Parkway.
And alright, let's let the car drive itself now.
In 500 feet, turn left onto Hostetler Road.
Let's see. It should be turning left. Good. No. What?
Now
Do it.
turn left onto Hostetler Road.
I guess it wasn't sure if it was going to take this left turn lane or the other one. you saw it hesitated. The AC calmed down because it's getting nice and, I guess, cool enough in here. Not really much to see now. Let's clean off some fingerprints and dust. You can see if you use like your whole hand like this, it knows not to take that input, so it's nice. It's making a left turn here. Whoa! So Salt was about to hit that curb. It was like moving away from the curb. So far, so good. Ooh, Okay, I'm gonna have a lot of videos to make. Go. So far, so good. Right, it's going to be taking the freeway.
In 500 feet, turn left onto North Capitol Avenue.
Slowing down. Nice. Oh, when did this fly over there? So these guys slid all the way over there. I didn't notice. I wasn't paying attention when. So it must have been on a hard left turn at one point. Alright.
Now turn
Go
left onto
left.
North Capitol Avenue.
I don't know why it slowed down there. Keep going. Nope. Okay, these guys flew out.
Take the Interstate 6A
I don't know why it was stopping midway of there, but
Now take the Interstate 6A north.
no, let's see, it should take the right turn here. There we go. It should have signaled, but it didn't. And it's going too fast. It's making these guys fall over. Should be faster. Okay, now it changed the speed limit to 70. It's gonna have to cut over to the left. I don't see any cars, so it should be okay. I don't know why it's staying in here so long, and now it's hitting the brakes pretty hard. Yeah, see, if it did that, that's a really bad safety score right there. But since the car's driving itself, it shouldn't affect it. We'll speed it back up. Maybe 75. Saying it's gonna switch to the left lane, like all the way near the end. There's a merge. Maybe that's why it wants to switch before the merge. Okay, I would technically left turn right now. speed up to do it, because the car would like slow down and wait till other cars pass and then go. Like, it's, I guess if I change the setting to Mad Max mode, it'll do it more aggressive. But yeah.
In 1 mile, take exit 9 on the right onto Jacqueline Road.
Why is it slowing down? Stop it. See, I don't know why I was hitting the brakes for no reason. It didn't really hit it like crazy hard, but it was slowing down. I don't know why. Maybe it thought the car was gonna merge left instead of exiting to the right, even though it was signaling to the right. But the car randomly hit the brakes there. I don't know why. Signaling to turn right. Slowing down now. Maybe it's gonna wait to give me the update because they see I'm recording. Maybe Tesla sees I'm recording and they don't want, if it's like having issues, they don't want any of that to be recorded. I don't know. I'm gonna go. Sorry car, but I'm going. You slowed down and hesitated and now we ran a red. And there's actually someone that followed behind me and actually ran a completely red light.
Turn right onto N Hillview Drive.
Okay, let's see how it handles this right turn here. Go in. See, it didn't do it. It should have. So, I don't know why it doesn't like to take this spot for the right turns. Yeah, so it always has problems at that's one spot. It can't do the right turn, like it doesn't know to take that as a lane. Because it's painted as like bike lane and all of that stuff, so the car doesn't know to go in there. Whoa. I think it saw that guy walking and then it hit the brake somewhat hard. And I don't know why it's slowing down here.
In 500 feet, your destination.
Push the pedal a little to keep it going. Okay, and we're pretty much here. So that's pretty much it. You can see on the way back it had a lot more issues than on the way here. Let me move over for them. Okay. Out to the left and then back in. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Alright. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Sorry. Alright, that's it. Bye.